Hey, my friends, I wanted to come on here really quick before this week's vlog and give you a little extra note. That is, the name of our channel has been changed to the Victory Garden Club with Cheri, which it's still the Grow You channel, but we just have a new name because of some interesting things coming down the pike. Not ready to talk about them yet, but we'll talk about it in next week's vlog. In the meantime, enjoy this week's vlog. Very exciting. Hello, my friends, and welcome back to this week's vlog. I am back in Colorado. Well, I'm going to share with you in this week's vlog some more beautiful things that I saw in California in the plant world. I thought I would just share with you what's going on here back at home. And it's always good to come home, isn't it? I did get a little bit of a cold while I was on my journeys, but I am recovering, and I'm going to show you my seedlings and where they're at. And I got this cool little hat on my journeys called Plant Mom. And you know, when I'm done being a mom to grown-up kids and to my pooches over here, Luna and Abby, I am a plant mom, that is to be sure. I love the thought of thinking of yourself as a plant mom or dad as you care for plants, because they're a living, breathing thing that needs nurturing and caring. And when people say to me that they don't have a green thumb, it's just remembering you've got to take care of it. Now, we'll talk about it more when we go downstairs to my seedlings, because some of my seedlings aren't doing so great since I've been gone. My husband did a really good job taking care of them, but I always find there's something with the first batch of seedlings that don't always go so well. So I am going to come around here and look at these two. They are playing, having a good old time. So good to see them. But I'm going to come in the garden, and I want to, you know, sometimes coming home from a trip can be depressing, especially when I see all these beautiful gardens and then I come home and mine is still asleep. But as I record this, it's leap day, and tomorrow's the 1st of March. Spring is just around the corner, and that I'm starting to see more friends across the country. And when I was in California, for sure, you know, seeing all the spring flowers, the daffodils, etc., that are coming to be. Now I know that they're going to be coming here too. And I even have started to see a few of the little spring seedlings, or little plant lives coming. So I thought I would just share that with you, and my vision for this garden as it comes to be here in just another, well, it's reality. I'm in zone now, what are we, 6A, and our frost date is May 15th approximately. Now I'm going to be on a trip to France. I'm going to see the gardens of France, which I cannot wait, and I can't believe it's like 2 months out. That's exciting. What a great way to start off the spring. So a lot of, well, some stuff will be going, and I do have somebody coming to help me out to take care of stuff while I'm gone, because my tomato plants, all that stuff is going to be happening inside. I won't bring them outside until we get back, which is around the 26th of May. So we've got some time before this all comes to be, but let me show you what is happening here now. This is Luna, my girl Luna. And this is Abigail. Yeah, always on the move. So here's my garden right now. It's not looking so great, but I'm excited to I got some new strawberry starters that, because I took out my old strawberries because they just had been in for a long time and were just starting to wane. So we're doing a whole new crop of strawberries in here this year. But this is my herb bed right here. Let me back this up a little bit. But look at this. I mean, when you start to see green, you know that spring is just around the corner, time to start cleaning up some beds. But the chives are one of the first to come alive. And seeing little pansies popping up here and there. But yeah, I've got a lot of work ahead of me. I think this back bed I'm just going to do as my zinnia bed this year. I haven't done that. Hey, Loon. Hey. Thanks for sharing, but let's not share right now. Okay, Luna. But this is going to be the big project this year, and that's what I really wanted to show you right now. And I've been thinking it through, trying to figure out what I want to make this. We have a bed here that's our sunflowers, and this has just been an open area, which I end up weeding a lot and all this. This used to be, it was a above ground pool when the kids were home many years ago. We turned it into a fire pit. And now we have a chimenea that we have up on the patio, so we don't really use the fire pit that much. And as you can see, it has just become a mess. The sand is still there. And so the goal, the vision, is to put a beautiful pond in here. And I have a lot of visions, a lot of ideas, and I'll share more of those in the weeks ahead as we go. But I really am excited to finally get this mess cleaned up, because these barrels on the outside, and there's plant, it's all very beautiful, but this is not beautiful. It's not even close. It's kind of become the dog's sandbox in a way. So, and that's why it's getting torn up, and yeah, it's a romper room. So yeah, and then I'm going to get a couple of raised beds in here for flowers, and yeah, I'm excited to make these changes happen here in the garden. So that's really what I wanted to share with you out here today. There's not a whole lot going on. Got some heucheras coming. Yeah, you know, it's always amazing. And this is what I think about, like, time and what happens. Like, heucheras are always one of the first ones to come. And you can see them coming in there. And next week I'll take you around front. We can talk about that, what's going on out there. But just, you know, you're starting to see just the little signs. The poppies are down below. And the circle of life is going to happen again. So I think that's all I really wanted to share with you. Here we're going to get another raised bed, replace that wood one this year. And so much to do, right? So here comes my guy, and onward we go. Okay, and from my garden to the coast of California, I'm going to take you back to my time along the California coast and the beautiful moments that I had there along my way in the climate zone of 10B in San Diego. There's an expression of moving at a snail's pace, which is 0.029 per hour, not very fast in human terms, but an equivalent of 2 miles an hour in human terms. I found myself both fascinated and annoyed by this thing called a snail, which is quite plentiful in California right now with all the wet weather they have been having. They're cool creatures, but hey, they do so much damage to the plants. Yeah, but there's a snail for you. With my grand puppies, Coco and Pina, we took many walks along our way while I was in San Diego, and it just never stops me from being amazed. From the colors of the individual plants to the way that they mix and match, from the eucalyptus trees to just different ways of being. Like, look at those. I mean, it's just amazing to me. As I walked through the different neighborhoods there in La Jolla where my daughter lives, spring was definitely in the air there as the trees were flowering, just getting me excited about what is about to happen here in just a few short weeks in Colorado as well. I even found a secret garden at the end of one cul-de-sac, which really helped me to see the diversity even more of what somebody did with a hillside garden. Can you believe that? And just so much beauty. The daisies were plentiful, the hibiscus. It just goes on in Southern California, and especially in the San Diego area this time of year. And the combination, you know, was it on purpose? Did it happen by accident? I asked myself that many times. So did Pina, my cute little grandpuppy there. And that's what I wanted to share with you on this lovely walking tour that we did, is that
get out and walk. When you are in a new community, get out and walk. Even the geraniums took on a whole new look going up the hillside that is flowering as well. But get out and look and see what diversity there is in the landscape that you just don't always see at home. I mean, again, the ice plant, the trees, the flowering trees, and just the purposefulness and the accident. Now here's a brand new garden that was just getting a bunch of things laid in it. But again, that's how you see the purposefulness as well as the, what's going to happen next kind of adventure with new construction. And then finally, my daughter's garden. I really enjoy my time there and being able to put her pots back in shape again and clearing out the pathway for new, mixing, what some things have gone dormant, so I can put new flowers with that. The hillsides are just coming to life around California. They've had so much rain, and it's so awesome to see that happening there. In some places, a little bit too much. I put some seeds in that area of the garden, as I shared in last week's video. But yeah, just the beauty of California. I brought home with me just so many wonderful thoughts and ideas and just excitement about the spring season ahead. Remembering to plant things like these violas in the jasmine's faltering, but now it's got a friend, little flowering geranium, so beautiful, which brings us straight into my grow room here in Colorado. And I wanted to share this with you before I say goodbye for this week. And, it's just fascinating to me what grows and what doesn't grow sometimes. No rhyme or reason, and then sometimes there's all the reason in the world. My geraniums are doing fantastic and my onions, but then it's a hit or miss, like with these artichokes. One just up and died, no particular reason. They were getting the same amount of water, the same amount of care, and they just up and died. We've got a few more geraniums coming up in the back. We've got onions. You can see the lavender there a little bit, but again, one's doing great, one's not. And so it's not giving up. I think that's the key. And I've got a whole new round of planting that I'm going to do in the week ahead, getting my tomatoes in, etc. So I'm excited to share that with you in next week's vlog. But for now, I am going to nurse along those that have come to life. And the geraniums are fantastic. I'm so excited for them. And that is what's happening. In the nursery, not so much is happening. It's just looks like these are not going to come up. And so I'm not sure if it was the seeds themselves, but I do have one lone artichoke there that decided to just come up all of a sudden. And that's the way that it happens in my grow room right now. But I'm excited to fill all these trays. We'll be doing that. Tomatoes are coming in next week's video. I'm going to share a lot about tomatoes and also dahlias. I got some dahlia seeds and I'll be sharing more with that. And we may move the geraniums out of here altogether. We'll see how much room we have, but we've got a lot still to plant. And don't give up. Anything's possible, but when you give up, nothing is possible. And that's how I look at my world in the seed starting arena, is just, looking at what can happen and what cannot happen. And when in doubt, start over again. All right, we'll see you next week.
Thanks for growing with us, and we will see you next time. And in the meantime, be sure to like, comment, let us know what really resonated for you in this video, and then of course be sure to subscribe at no cost to you and be updated when we have new videos up to play.